The value of microchanges. Hey everybody, Braden Chase here, and welcome to another edition of Getting Ready for Lunch with Braden. I don't really have that show, but we're getting, it's changing every day, so it's all good. One of these days I'll find a good routine that'll work well, which is important because that's kind of what we're talking about today. So it's an interesting thing that I see a lot with people we all know that routines are valuable and important to us. And as we go through our lives, right, we have routines. We have to wake up, we got to get dressed, we got to take a shower, we got to, whatever our routine is, got to drive to work. We have routines. It's just how things work. Everything has to work in cycles. But how do you make those better, right? And you can tell that the people who are tremendously successful in life, in relationships, in business, in health, and whatever it is, it's because they have routines, and not just simple routines that everybody else does. They have routines that nobody else does, or they have them in a way that nobody else does, or with a consistency that nobody else does. And we look at these people and like, wow, that guy is in such good shape, or wow, that lady just has such a successful business, or whatever. We see these things and like, wow, wouldn't that be great? But we don't see the 15 years of them doing micro changes. Okay, and that's what I call these things, micro changes. So what is a micro change? A micro change is where you observe your routine or your habit and you change a tiny part of it, a micro point, in order to make it improvement. What I usually see people do is they go, oh wow, my routine is terrible, that guy's routine is good, I'm just gonna copy him. And then they try it works for a couple of days, maybe a week, maybe a month, and then it all falls apart because you simply are unable to handle and maintain that kind of routine. You haven't built yourself up to it. You're simply not strong enough, right? Or what I say to myself, I'm not good enough, right? I'm just not good enough for that kind of a routine. And the only way you can get good enough is by doing these micro changes. So, for example, right, I remember this was something kind of a funny thing, but hopefully something we've all been through before. But I remember years ago, I was trying to, optimize my life, right, and improve some of my routines. And at one point, I was sitting and I was looking and I was like, in the morning, I kept getting frustrated because I would have little hair clippings and stuff from shaving on my fingers, and then I'd put in my contacts, and then my razor wouldn't work very well because I washed my face, right? So, okay, now it was just frustrating, right? I'm like, why does this go here? And like my morning routine, right, getting ready, getting dressed and stuff like that was 20 minutes, 30 minutes, stuff like that. And I'm like, what's going on here? And I remember sitting down and I'm like, okay, wait, I need to put in contacts because I need contacts, right? I'm blind. 2, I need to shave because I got some facial hair, I got to shave. Okay, so those both need to happen, but which one happens first? And I remember simply just making the shift, right? Before I was shaving first, right? I would shave, get everything looking nice, okay. Now put in my contacts, okay. Now And it was just easier to do it that way. But I realized the simple micro change of put in contacts first, because my hands are clean. I don't have the little hair pieces in, right? Just put in the contacts first, okay. Now that I don't have that problem, okay, now let's do this other little micro change. Oh, if I do the razor first and then wash my face, okay, now that makes more sense than wash my face and then do the razor, okay? Because sometimes they'll tell you to wash your face and then shave. Don't do that, at least not with my razors that I use. It's terrible. It's backwards. Don't do it. With me, it's so much better to shave and then wash my face. It just works better. Why? It has to do with my razor and my skin type and all these different things, and it's unique to me, but it works. And I've saved minutes and minutes and minutes. And over the course of the past 10, 12 years since I started doing that, I have saved months of my life by making these micro changes. These tiny little things make a huge difference. Okay, so it's so important to make these changes and to recognize what they are and how they can help you. Do not make massive, huge changes to your routine because you will be unable to maintain them. You just can't. Period. Okay? You just can't do it. You need to make small changes and adjust your routine and continually make small changes. And as those small changes occur over time, you will achieve huge shifts from, for example, with myself, 10 years ago to now, huge changes, massive shifts in my life, in routine, in ability, in lifestyle. Everything has changed because of constant and consistent changes. Little changes in everything. Morning routine, afternoon routine. How do I interact with people? How do I do my business? I mean, I spent 20 minutes this morning changing different keyboard patterns on my computer so that I could do a particular task faster. Okay? Now, hey, 20 minutes to work out different key combinations. Wow, that's so terrible. No, it isn't. Because fixing that key combination for me is going to save me probably 5 minutes a day. Okay, 5 minutes a day. I spend 20 minutes to save 5 minutes a day. Within 4 days, I've already made up the time, right? And it's just advantage after that. But I would not have known what to switch had I not run into this issue, had I not made a bunch of changes before. So we need to watch this pattern and consistently make these micro changes. It will change your life to observe your situation, improve that point, move it, change it around, remove it, add something in, something, tiny change, and then take that next step. Okay? I hope that's helpful for you guys. Again, my name is Braden Chase. Welcome to this edition, and I will talk to you guys another day. Bye.